my view into the world of a narcissist has typically been from a relationship perspective because of the platforms that I'm on and then people that I talk to. But this week, for the first time, I saw the impact of a narcissist in a professional setting. And as much as a narcissist in a relationship perspective is bad, this took it to a whole new level. This person thrives on beating down the people that are around him, that support him, that report him, however you want to frame it. This person lives to berate and belittle in an attempt to gain power. And it dawned on me for the first time in maybe forever that I realized that I will never allow myself to be the victim of a narcissist in a professional environment. Maybe it's just because where I am in my career. Maybe it's just because I've realized the level of self-respect that I have for myself. I talked to people during the week and said, listen, this is not okay, and this needs to stop. And we talked about strategies, both personally and professionally, to deal with this person. But it was overwhelming to me, and I really had to sit back and pause and think about what is it in this person's life? What has transpired in this person's life that has taken him to the level of acting the way he does? And what's the end game? What is the mission that this person has to be this self-absorbed and this narcissistic and this demanding that would drive someone to do that? We work in an environment where we all have a very common goal, and that is to serve children. That is our mission. And we should be doing that collectively. And yet there is this person who feels that in order to do anything, they need to build this framework around them that just is completely and so self-absorbed with no benefit to anyone except themselves. And they need to have this kingdom where they are the almighty, and then all these other people are just servants to this person. And I'm struggling this entire week. I've been struggling to come with terms of, what if that were me? What if I were in that situation? I've already had pushback with this person to say, no, I don't, that's not what I do. That's not how I do things. This is how we're going to do it. And I know that it's going to come to a head. I know at some point he and I and management are going to have this conversation. And I'm totally prepared for that because there's no justification for what this person is doing. So I don't understand from a higher level how this is even tolerated and why it's tolerated. I'd love to hear others' opinions on this because I'm struggling to understand the why. I'm trying to understand what it is that this person is, what their ultimate end game is. And I'm almost at the point where I want to ask them that, and be candid and say, what's the deal? What are you trying to accomplish here? Why are you trying to break down fundamental structures that work incredibly well with people who are totally committed to what they're doing? They've been there for half their career doing what they're doing at this company, all for the good of the people that are taking care of children around the world. And yet this one person is like this broken cog in this wheel. What's the impact? What is the overall impact that it's going to have on the organization? Because at some point, the people that are the victims of this narcissist are just going to say, enough is enough. And it's going to take massive loss of talent before anything's going to happen to this guy. And so I struggle to say to myself, do I get involved in something that's really none of my business? Or do I just have to be the person that's there from a support role for the people that are being impacted by this narcissist? And for me personally, I think the best thing that I can do is be the support person and the voice and the ears of these people that are really, really struggling right now. And so what we're doing is, we have these informal conversations about what to do and how to do it. And as much as we talk, I don't know that there's going to be change until more eyes are on this person to see what they're doing and the why, and then taking action against one person who literally can disrupt and is disrupting a very large organization, all for their personal gain. It is creating an environment that is so toxic that it is becoming very, very unstable. It's being very unproductive. People are calling out. People are not nearly as efficient, which is making things worse, because as they're feeling so overwhelmed, as they're feeling so depressed, as they're feeling so beaten down, they're not working to their levels. And that only magnifies the issue back to this narcissist, who then is putting more pressure on them to step up and do their job. It's this vicious cycle that at some point is going to break. The question is, who's going to break and when? And unfortunately, it's all the subordinates to this person that are going to break, that it's impacting them not only inside of work, but outside of work. The structure is broken, and people right now are not willing to take the steps necessary to break this pattern, to move this person out of what I feel is the entire organization, bring someone in who is going to rebuild those relationships, get these people back to where they need to be. And I'm sorry, today I am absolutely rambling, but I've never seen a narcissist at this level being this vindictive and really whose mission is to ruin people for their own good. And somehow this person feels that the more he beats down his subordinates, the more important he is, because now he is saying, oh, look at me. I'm doing all these great things and my team is doing all these great things. And his team is just absolutely beaten down. I have come to the reality that I won't be one of those people. No matter how the organization lays out, he and I will never, ever have that kind of relationship anymore. My level of respect for this person is at a point where I don't believe it can ever be restored. I don't want it to be restored. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm going to continue to help these people that are really, really struggling right now. So like I said, if you have experienced this in your professional environment, I would love to hear your thoughts and ideas of what I can continue to do to help my peers in getting through this really, really horrible situation. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.